If you're new here, don't worry, so am I. I have no idea what I'm doing. I struggle with my moods and my health because of endometriosis, and I struggle with life in this crazy society we live in because I'm neurodivergent. So I've decided to create a series where I show my life, my struggles, my reality, and how I'm coping with these very real and difficult experiences while still trying to be the very best of myself. I want to be the best I can possibly be, and often that means that I find myself down a rabbit hole on social media where I look at all of these people implementing new habits and trying new things, but it doesn't often show the struggles of how that feels and what that experience is really like. So even though today my video will be about painting my house and moving into a new place, that's a struggle for me because it involves change. And even though it is an exciting and wonderful and brilliant change, I am so lucky to be able to afford a house in this market. It's still a point of contention. So come along and see how this goes with me. I'm going to do my best, and I hope that I can inspire you to be yours. You also might learn a thing or two about painting along the way. Day 2 of owning my own house. Today I'm feeling so much better. Yesterday I woke up and I was just so unmotivated and so depressed. But throughout the day, the excitement of owning my own house, painting it, making it my own, and going through those really clear structures and procedures of what painting is made me feel so much better. I just need to focus on getting the ceiling done. That is my number one priority. And I love it when my priorities are clear, because anybody out there who might be neurodivergent, who doesn't know how to prioritize because of executive dysfunction, it can be crippling. But doing actually a huge project like this has been really, really helpful. Welcome to my house. This is my kitchen, dining, and living area, and it is magnificent, but it is covered in mess. There were crayon marks on the wall, there were millions of tiny little holes in all the walls that have needed to be filled. It's been a massive job. I've really struggled because I needed to go and buy ceiling paint, and I called the place up and they said that tomorrow they have a 20% off promotion. And even though that only works out to be $34 and is at the end of the world for me to have the peace of mind of doing my ceiling today and just getting it done, I have 2 days to paint this whole area before the removalists come and bring all of the stuff in. I don't think I'm actually gonna make it anyway. So I've had to problem solve. Thank God my mum has been here to be able to bounce ideas off of, otherwise I just would have been like, ah. So behind me is a wall that has to be painted before Friday because I've got a piece of furniture going up here and the stuff needs to be put into it, or the movers don't pay the insurance if they've broken anything for it. Everything else, my lounge, my dining room table, that can be outside or in the front room. So I know I need to do that. The other thing is I'm painting this dark green, and that means I need to do the skirting boards and the window frames first, because if you put the white down and then you put the green on it, it's fine, but if you put the green down and then you put the white on it, it's not fine. So now I have to do all the skirting boards and the door frames and the window frames. Lots of thinking. People are just like, here, I'm painting the house, but no, there is so much thinking. Anyway, I've hurt my wrist, it's really sore, but let's go. So there was smoke damage from the roof here, and I've just painted it over with stain blocker. So it's a cream color. I'm going to paint over all of that, but I've done a terrible job. That doesn't matter because at least hopefully that stain won't come through now. So yesterday at Hames, I bought this sash cutter for cutting in. It is synthetic fibers, but they've still done the split ends, which makes it nice and soft, and I'm going to use that for the skirting boards. It was also reasonably priced. Like, the handle isn't all smooth and varnished, but do I care? No. This stuff not a fan. So that's the initial paint that I've done over other paint. I didn't think I'd need to prime it. So 2 coats of this and you're good to go, right? Nope. Is the first layer of painting the skirting board, and it is hard because they put silicone in the corner to match the tiles to the wall. It's dripping into the silicone and it looks absolutely shocking. And this paint, I don't know why it's going on so streaky, but it's just a disaster. I hope the second coat's okay. So I've just finished all of that with the Dulux Aqua Enamel, which is meant to be for trim, and it looks terrible. Running, it's patchy, it's dripping into the silicone everywhere. It's just awful. Mum has started using the primer, sealer and stain blocker on this first, and it's already looking so much better. So now I think I have to do this as the undercoat and then go back over with the other one, which means potentially three coats. This versus this. But there's been so much problem solving to do. Like the fact that this was leaking into the silicone and I was running along with a wet cloth. If I'd been taping that, it just would have run under the tape. But then I was thinking, what do I do about this? Because now it's streaking. If I paint a second coat, it's also going to streak. So much changing and shifting and problem solving. It's been really, really intense, but I'm very glad that Mum had that primer with her, because that's made a really big difference. And I'm now going to go over with this and see how it goes. But man, hectic. And it's like 2:30 and I haven't even cut in or done the ceilings or the walls or anything yet. This is the first coat of Dulux after the base coat, and I'm still really not happy with it. Just, yeah, not impressed. So I'm gonna move back to Hames and hope that it's better, because this is not good. I've sent Adam to go and get ceiling paint and now more trim paint, because I don't want to keep painting with that stuff. I know I'm not doing it perfectly because it is just the first coat, but that doesn't look right. I have finished the cornice, layer 1. And Mum has begun rollering, but she's little. Adam's got a bad back, I've got a bad wrist, so I wonder how many of those it's gonna take. My sexy man is painting the ceiling with his big, strong arms. I wish I had big, strong arms, but I got little chicken wings. We're still painting the ceiling, but it's time for pizza. Almost exactly 12 hours to just do the skirting, the sanding, the patching, the cutting in at the top and the ceilings. It's 9 o'clock at night. But we're done. We have done the first coat of ceiling, and tomorrow we need to do more. But we're done. It's so good. It looks so clean and shiny, and even though it's patchy because it's the first coat, this is beautiful. I'm so glad I did this. I have so much more to do tomorrow. Adam did the majority of this ceiling and he's not going to be available tomorrow, so I'm going to have to do the top coat mostly by myself. Anyway, we are all washed up, cleaned up, wrapped up, and ready to go home. 13 hours. I'm so tired, but I'm showered and I'm ready for bed. My wrist is so sore, and tomorrow I've got to do it all again. But the good news is I don't really feel sad. Don't feel anxious, don't really feel anything. It's a bit stressful and the problem solving is challenging, but having a project like this that I care about is enlivening. I think that depression is a lack of love for life. When your life isn't giving you joy or purpose. And even though this is hard, I'm getting a great sense of accomplishment and achievement from it. So I'm feeling better. So if you're feeling depressed, paint your house. But this is good. I want to see how long it lasts and what it relates to, and if it's cyclical with my hormones or what it is. But so far, so good.